Woo, baby. I have never in my entire life imagined that I would meet people as insanely stupid as AMC stock investors. And yes, I call them stupid. That is an apt way to describe their behavior. Imagine if you kept doing something and it kept backfiring on you over and over and over again. And then you just kept doing it more and more and more and more. And you blamed everybody but yourself and the massive clouds, which we're going to talk about, that convinced you to do the stupid thing that you did. Well, in this scenario, the stupid thing was investing in a dying theater company and listening to a bunch of clowns like Matt Kors, Trace Trades, and Keenan Grace, amongst other clowns, who told you that your stock was gonna moaz and you were gonna be a trillion gazillion medillionaire in 5 seconds, bro. You've lost probably 80% of your investment. Find me one AMC ape that is still holding, that is actually in the green. Find me one. I bet you they don't exist. But you know what you clowns do? You keep trying to cope, to try to explain away your sadness. You try to lash out at everybody else that apparently wronged you. You believe the world actually has karma, when in reality, you're connecting a random event to something that had absolutely nothing to do with AMC stock. What are we talking about? Well, I was looking on the AMC stock subreddit, and I saw some very interesting stuff on there. You know, obviously, it's a place where a bunch of low IQ, room temperature IQ morons congregate. I get it. That's everybody's got to hang out somewhere. You got to be social. I guess a lot of people like to go to AMC stock or AMC stock, but they were particularly annoying this time. I was very, very upset with what I was seeing. I was so upset, as a matter of fact, that I dropped everything. I had my daughter, I dropped her. Had my son, I dropped him. I dropped everything right at that moment, and I ran down to my computer, sat down, and I put this video on live because I had to talk about this. And no, I didn't actually drop my kids, okay? You were the clowns that got dropped, AMC stock investors, because I had to talk about this. Let's see. What could the AMC clowns be saying now? This is going to blow your mind. I mean, obviously, if you've been watching my videos enough, you know these people are some of the most despicable, disgusting, slow, idiotic people you'll ever meet in your entire life. Like, I've never seen a movement attract a more diverse group of disgusting scumbags, desperate losers, and criminals. Not even joking. What are they saying now? Well, if you go to the AMC stock subreddit, oh, that's interesting. The first post, the top post, it's got 1.5K bananas. AMC apes, get it? Bananas. Just a gentle reminder that Credit Suisse, the second largest Swiss bank, recently put out a price target for AMC at 95 cents per share. Seems reasonable to me. They're very likely to be liquidated at 27 cents per share. Never bet against the apes. This is the top post on our AMC stock. Are you effing serious? This is what AMC stock people are getting upset about or celebrating now? Because they're such clowns and they've lost so much money that at least they can see a bank that probably did good due diligence and recognize that AMC is a dying theater company and a clownish pump and dump that was perpetuated by a bunch of degenerate scammers, was actually a garbage stock. I would say 95 cents per share is probably too liberal. I would say 0 cents per share is actually a better approximation of where AMC is going to be in the next couple of years. But that's just my opinion, okay? Maybe AMC will survive in 10X and Moaz, and I'll look like an absolute moron, and all you will be on islands and yachts, and I'll just be here in my garage screaming about how it's not fair while the ape father chugs champagne and melted ice cream from McDonald's. So, we have this post here, okay? The delusion is crazy. This is getting crazy. Banks will have an incentive to gamble 100% of their depositors' money. Blah, 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 blah. So there's multiple posts on here, okay? Talking about Credit Suisse. Can you, in your right mind, really believe that Credit Suisse, a large Swiss bank, collapsed because they dared go against the AMC apes? You AMC apes have no influence. You're a bunch of retail scrubs. You didn't do anything to change Wall Street. You didn't take anybody down. Okay, maybe you took down one little hedge fund. There's like, thousands of them. You guys are the laughing stock of the world. Everybody is laughing at you, including me. Now, here's another article. Credit Suisse says sell AMC. Predicts stock heads to 8.95 cents. Oh, Schadenfreude. Let's jump on Credit Suisse, okay? Let me explain to you absolute morons why Credit Suisse actually is in trouble. And guess what? It's not because they put a reasonable price target on your clownish gamble investment because you're such a desperate bunch of losers that you just had to put all your money in AMC stock because it was going to go to $100 trillion. Yeah? Okay. Well, let's see what actually happened to Credit Suisse. So, here's a timeline. It's actually pretty nice, okay? Starting from the top, the chaos broke out following Credit Suisse's Tuesday announcement stating it found material weaknesses in its 2021 and 2022 financial reporting process. I covered this. They had a material weakness in their internal controls on financial reporting. Not their financial statements, but on the internal controls on financial reporting. That was the first bad thing. Well, there are many other bad things that happened with Credit Suisse. That's a whole nother story we're not getting into, okay? A lot of scandals, a lot of drama with Credit Suisse. Then they had this material weakness come out from the auditors, okay? Then their biggest backer, the Saudi National Bank, said it won't buy any more shares of the bank. That's right. The Saudi National Bank said, hey, we own 10% of the company. That's the max we're going to own, okay? So material weaknesses, that's a bad thing. You don't want material weaknesses on internal control financial reporting. You don't want a major backer to say they're not going to give you more money in the case you need it, in case you need liquidity. And then on top of that, we had the collapse of Signature and Silicon Valley Bank that sent panic throughout the investor world as concern rose for Credit Suisse. Because the collapse of Signature and SVB was a signal trouble could spread to banks of a very large size. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Is there anything in here about Credit Suisse saying AMC stock has a price target of 95 cents? God spoke from the heavens, and he took the side of the AMC apes, who are led by a bunch of losers and liars and scammers. And he said, AMC will have a MOAS, and if you speak against AMC, you will be punished, boy. I will send a lightning bolt right up your freaking you-know-what, boy. No, that's not what happened, okay? So you're all a bunch of clowns. Let's reiterate once again why you're a bunch of broke losers, okay? Number one, you listen to Trace, a swarmy little dork that is such a coward that he deleted all of his AMC videos. Then you have Matt Kors, okay, massive clown, grew his channel off the back of AMC, chilling AMC, and now he barely talks about it. But of course, he mocks Janet Yellen. This massive clown mocks Janet Yellen, okay? He's got Gollum's face on Janet Yellen. Okay, yeah, an established, accomplished professional that was the chairman of the Federal Reserve. It was Secretary of the Treasury, all these sorts of accomplishments. And this dork that shilled a garbage stock that's gone down 95% is mocking her. Okay. And then you have, well, I have Trace Trades again, but I wanted to pull up Keenan Grace, okay? A bunch of freaking clowns. Credit Suisse is not down because of you. And if you're so sad and you're such a loser that Credit Suisse going under, a major global bank is going under, and you're celebrating that like that's a good thing, you're a moron, okay? I don't want Credit Suisse to go under. I don't want a bunch of banks around the world to collapse. And I especially don't want that because they did a legitimate, well-informed price target of a garbage stock. You clowns are delusional losers. What a bunch of dorks. All right, let's do some comments. Well, man. Woo! I'm going to pump out more videos. VT versus VEQ2. It's time. Okay. Who's this clown? Where's strongman person? Who is that? Moaz tonight. The market's not even open. There's going to be a Moaz. Hey, strongman, I just got back from servicing trucker Doug. It was very painful, but not as painful as investing your life savings at the peak of AMC like Ape Father. That clown came on the channel and debated me. He had his chance to listen to me. He could have saved himself probably $100,000 had he listened to Christopher Belly, strongman personal finance, and put his money in a legitimate investment. But no. At least he can celebrate Credit Suisse going under. Yeah, you got him. Oh my God. Ape community is toxic. AH. Yes, they are. They are very toxic. Never betting either way on Ape stock. Yeah, I mean, they're a bunch of clowns. Like, sometimes they'll send the stock skyrocketing, but at the end of the day, it's a dying theater company, and the stock price will reflect that. 95 cents a share seems reasonable to me. But you get free popcorn. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Can't wait to see what FRC stock does. Either it makes me a hero or a zero. Good thing I'm not betting more than I can afford to lose after watching PacWest Bancorp, which has less upside. It's possible you can either make a lot of money or you can lose it all. That's my opinion on that stock. But it's less of a clownish stock than Silicon Valley Bank. Joe Biden is right about Silicon Valley Bank. Is he? What are your top 10 stocks for the U.S. invasion of Sicily? I like Grumman stock and GM because they are making the M4 Sherman. I like companies that make boats. So, I don't know. What's it called? Huntington Ingalls, I think. Dogecoin Millionaire solid his coins at an all-time low for Tesla. Of course he did. Okay. All right, that's it. I made $7,000 of AMC due to sheer luck. Yeah, if anybody made money on AMC, it's because you got freaking lucky, okay? All right, guys, have a wonderful night. Cheers.